Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 235th episode. Wait a minute, let me see here. Let me check my notes. Yeah, it should be 235th. Anyway, 235th episode of Twisted Strands. I've got a kitty being my co host, but you can't see her because this is a limited view camera, but she wants her ear scratched just as soon as I wanted to press the record button, so we're just gonna go with it. You little oddball. Anyway, my name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD, which is my name everywhere on the internet pretty much. And you can find me on Ravelry as JD, and it's spelled Jadee. And my email address you can reach me at is jdalt@gmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram as JD666. So that's spelled out. And then you can find me on Snapchat as JD Yarn. And, Facebook, JD Huff. Yeah, you love your ear scritches. Sorry. It's going to be a short episode today, full of, I don't know, craftivism? I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. This episode is brought to you by Rhodes Mary's Baby by Two Roads Brewery. Yes, I bought it because of the label. And it's a spicy, rather spicy, but not citrusy. And I'm going to pour it into my water glass and show you what it looks like. It's a regular consistency ale. And that's the beer I'm drinking for this month. Because I do not drink a lot. I am such a teetotaler, right, Clear? Spend my money on cat toy makings. So anyway, it feels like it's the last week of summer. Temperatures in northern New Jersey are down to the 70s, which is fabulous to me, but not for some people who are wishing the last week of August was a little hotter. I don't know if I'm even going to get a few more visits to the public pool that I have membership to this week. I'm not sure. But it is what it is, you know. But it has been nice and lovely and cool. Maybe I'll take the bike out. And, yeah. No magazine reviews. Even though I did get the latest issue of Piecework, I got it just as on Monday. So I haven't had time to review it, but I do have a finished object. Now, I did not weave in the ends yet, but the border is done. This is the Welcome Blanket by Kat Cole. As you remember, I was just knitting up the last few pieces. And now, it is big enough and nice enough for me to wash, weave in the last few ends, and send to a museum in Chicago, where it will be displayed until December as part of the Welcome Blanket exhibit in Chicago, I believe. And the purpose of it is to show that while our president, such as it is, wants to build this horrible wall on our border, I don't think that's a good idea at all, and I don't think it will work anyway. But the Welcome Blanket project is for welcoming, see how good, I don't even edit, welcoming refugees into our land because we've got plenty of it. And yes, here it is. That's a close-up. It's just a half double crochet border. And it's stripy. So, after the exhibit is over, the blankets will be sent to refugees. They'll be given to refugees, and that's why I did this. I'm only doing this one as I only have so much time with all the other things I do craft-wise. I've been a monogamous derp. Yes, I am a college graduate. Thank you for asking. Knitter with this blanket in mind, and now I'm moving on to a new project. I got the idea for this a few days ago. I belong to Ravelry Rubberneckers, and they pointed out that a particular project, a particular pattern, was getting cut some major slack. I mean, the designer's pattern page was being attacked in the comments, and she was being treated like shit. And what Taylor Rutledge wanted to do with her pattern called Holding Hope, she wanted to spread a message of love and acceptance. And she has the words Black Lives Matter across the picture of that includes the shawl, or kerchief, actually, kerchief. And she explained how she came across the idea for the pattern to do something really simple, but it was a knitted prayer of hope and peace to try and combat all the hatred that's happening in the United States with some love and warmth. And I thought, how can people be against that? That's bullshit. So what I want to do, and I've already started as of yesterday, I believe. I put a thread in the group. You don't have to be a member. Just keep the principle of what she wants in mind. Just, let peace and love reign in your life and your mind. And I feel like that's one of the better ways to combat this. And, of course, if you can, go to a rally against hatred. That would be good, too. But yeah, her pattern is called Holding Hope Kerchief. It's a free pattern, but what she would appreciate if you knit the pattern, I can't do it because I'm unemployed and my savings are falling fast. She noted 3 organizations that are good, that work towards peace and equality. The American Civil Liberties Union, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and the Black Lives Matter organization, or an organization that works towards peace and equality for black people and others. And yeah, so anyway, I started the cow yesterday. This morning I picked my yarn, and I chose to use my own hand spun for this particular project because I thought it was pretty. And sometimes a simple pattern works really super well with a yarn with a bit of texture to it. Most of my hand spun yarns, I'm a novice, even though I've been doing it for years. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. What a professional. Anyway, my yarn is rarely even. This is not even, but it's beautiful in its own way. So, yeah. I'm using this for this kerchief. And as you can see, the mesh pattern is starting, and there's a color change going on. I think it will be very nice for knitting a simple product, and I hope you can join me. And even if you don't knit this pretty little kerchief, I hope you consider donating even a small amount to those organizations in our fight to promote peace. And yeah, that's why I started, excuse me, ooh, this cow. And yeah, so there's that. Oh, anyway, that's the finished object, and I will be starting some projects. I plan on participating in some craft fairs. So I'm going to start working on cat toys and other things that will be good to sell at those. I have to send in those applications first. And yeah, that's my plans. Anyway, yeah, those are both in November. Oh, and Bridget and I are going to be at the New Jersey Garden Sheep and Wool Festival on the 9th. And my wonderful, smart, funny, awesome friend Elizabeth Kelman will be selling her wares. Her shop's name is A Good Day for a Cupcake. Please look for her and shop about. I saw some of her new yarns, and she's starting to do some speckled colorways, and they look fabulous. Fabulous. If you remember, I did a lovely pair of socks using her crayon box colorway, and that's still one of her best sellers. And yeah, she has a beautiful eye for color. She does really cool stitch markers and needles and crochet hooks. So if you can, if you're in New Jersey, excuse me, aren't allergies a wonder? Oh, wonder when it'll ever get some relief from it, right? I'm such a piece of work, aren't I? I barely had energy to do this. But I really wanted to do something for you all this week because I wanted to keep up on the old podcasting thing. So here I am. No makeup, no hairbrush, no magazine review. But anyway, I wanted to get this done because I had things to show and things to say about the kerchief, about the blanket, and what have I been... Oh, and about the fair, please look for me and Bridget, because she is a cutie patootie. And yeah, I'm not going to do a lot of shopping. I'll probably hit up that 4-H fair. I have a 4-H tent there that sells lamb stew. And I apologize to all the vegans and vegetarians who are sensitive about that. But they make the best lamb-related foods. It's really good tasting. So, apologies to people who are sensitive to that sort of thing, but yeah, it's good stuff. And what else is happening? Oh, I watched episode 1, season 1 of The Tick on Amazon. It was freaking hilarious. My dad doesn't know what to think about it. So there's that. What else? Oh. Yeah, like I said, there is not much going on. I did do some more work on that cute cross stitch that I showed you for the Cape May. That's going to be a lovely little thing. What I'm probably going to do with it is, I did say I had something to say, didn't I? Anyway, yeah, it's going to be made for hanging. I did go to Cold Spring Historical Village. An awesome place. We go there every year at least once. And I bought some lovely little kits. Now let me show you the embroidery first. I started this yesterday. I'm trying to teach myself to do embroidery. And I'm sure your 8-year-old can do better. But let me show you mine first. They have these awesome little kits where you learn how to do stuff. Isn't that cute? I love that it's a little weeping willow tree. Such a simple little thing. I taught myself how to do a bit of satin stitching. And I taught myself the stem stitch. And I already knew the back stitch, so that's what I did here. So anyway, it really went quick. I did this as I was hanging out with my buddies at the doll meet that I was at yesterday. And I did do the quilting one. Let me go and get my little quilting project. 1 second, alright? Maybe 2. Okay, 3. Boom. Aren't you glad I'm wearing pants? Anyway, I also picked up the quilting one at their country store that they have. So these are this is my first quilting ever. And, well, first patchwork ever too, because you start with a patchwork, then you sew on the back, and then you quilt it. Now, I didn't start this until I was home in front of my sewing machine because my stitches are garbage. So I sewed these with my machine. This one, the seams are awesome, but I don't like how the pink got stuck to, I don't know what I was thinking. And I love how the colors in the patches got mixed so nicely here, but my seams are rubbish. So, you know, it's a good learning experience, and they're hanging up on the china cabinet next to a lovely dish towel that Belinda G gave me for Christmas. It's hanging up there. Still have it. Think of you whenever I have it, Belinda. I don't know if you have time to watch. Yes, baby. And so there we go. That's my life in a nutshell. I don't want to make this a 20-minute podcast, so I'm going to let you all off the hook. And I just want you to remember, my favorite thing to say to everybody is whenever you're doing crafts, from the simplest thing to the most complicated, you are making this world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. Now, if you like the show, please subscribe. Please join me on the forums at Ravelry. And I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. And Cleo and I say thanks for watching and good night. Bye-bye.